Good afternoon. My name's Mark Inch and I'm a trainee scientist for the National Health Service. You're currently watching NHS Matters, which is a video series in which I cover all aspects of how the National Health Service works in discussion and maybe even some interviews as well. In this episode, I'm going to be describing the dramatic and complicated history of the National Health Service from its birth out of the rubble of Second World War bombings to the modern day healthcare icon in the Western world that it is today, that vast proportions of our population rely on for world-class healthcare. The NHS Act 1946 was passed by Prime Minister Clement Attlee for the National Health Service to be created on the 5th of July 1948. In this time, the infant mortality rate was about 36% and the life expectancy of men and women were 65.9 and 70.3 respectively. The NHS began with three core principles: that good healthcare should be available to all, that it should be free at the point of delivery, and that it should be based on clinical need and not ability. The Health Secretary at the time, Nye Bevan, opened Park Hospital in Manchester, the first NHS hospital, and the first patient to be treated was a 13-year-old with a liver condition. 1952 saw the introduction of prescription charges, although prescriptions are now free in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. In 1958, the first mass vaccination was conducted for polio at a time when approximately 8,000 cases existed. In the modern day, the number of cases of polio is close to zero. The contraceptive pill was granted availability on the NHS in 1961, which gave women greater control over the number of children that they had, and it was made available for single women in 1967, the same year as the Family Planning Act was passed. One of my favourite aspects about working in healthcare is the frequency that I get to work with what are known as gamma cameras and CT technology. And as a matter of fact, on the 1st of October 1971, the world's first CT scanner performed occurred with what was in Atkins Morley NHS District Hospital in Wimbledon, South London. For the first time, internal imaging of the human body was performed by photographing slices of the human body and compiling them to form bones, internal organs and tumours, all free at the point of need, of course. And this cheeky looking fellow here is a man known as Sir Godfrey Hounsfield, pioneer of the Hounsfield CT scanner, which is what you will usually see today. This type of CT scanner was commissioned for common procedure in 1972, where you see the typical donut shape in any hospital you go to. In 1978, the world's first baby conceived by artificial insemination, or IVF, was named Louise Brown and was born in Oldham NHS District General Hospital. She was delivered by caesarean section. 1990 saw the biggest legislative change in the NHS since its creation. The NHS and Community Care Act was introduced in the first internal market within the health service. Health authorities were given budgeting responsibility to buy healthcare services for the local population. The NHS has since undergone many structural reforms, the most recent ones being the NHS Health and Social Care Act 2012, in which an update for the NHS Constitution was written, new regulatory bodies were introduced, and some of the funding structures were changed to certain extents. So as of 2018, the NHS was actually the 5th largest employer in the world, with 1.7 million employees, including about 115,000 doctors. The NHS GPs, they treat about approximately 250 patients a week, and the NHS as a whole actually treats 1 million patients every 36 hours, which is an incomprehensible number. The UK's life expectancy in 2018 for men and women is 70.3 and 83.1 respectively, and the infant mortality rate, according to the Office of National Statistics, is now approximately 3.9% in the United Kingdom. We will cover some more of these particular topics in future video publications, but I hope you've enjoyed the series so far, and I would very much appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe. I know it's cheesy, I know every YouTuber says it. I very much hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.